Okay, so today we actually have some news in terms of new Resident Evil news, and that was a pretty big shock. So this is, I think, fairly new. I've seen a couple like news pages on Twitter announce it or kind of suggest it's a thing that's coming. No official word yet, but a lot of, again, news pages have reported on it, that apparently we're getting some new releases in the summertime for Resident Evil. I know they're not brand new games, and I know the title and the thumbnail are very baity, but I think a lot of people are going to be interested in this, because I am definitely interested in this, and it's something that's appealed to me, so I'm sure it appeals to other people too. But I'll briefly go over it now. Shouldn't be a long video. So the idea is that Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3 Remake, and Resident Evil 7 are getting physical next-gen releases in the summer this year. If you didn't know, those games got next-gen upgrades, and essentially did what any next-gen upgrade would do. It gave the game a higher frame rate, faster loading times, graphical improvements and stuff like that. And it was very welcome, especially for someone who plays those games so much. There is issues with them still, I think more so with Resident Evil 2. Something with the ray tracing. Last time I played the game it was still a problem, but there is workarounds. But yeah, apparently there are physical releases of these games coming out in the summer. I think most of the news pages said July, but that kind of checks out because it's like middle of summer. I know it's not crazy news, but I know there is a lot of people out there that do like having physical copies of games. I own the physical copies of 2, 3 and 7 on PS4, and in a way I can see the interest in myself getting the physical copies of the PS5 versions, just to have them. And I know a lot of people do kind of like having physical collections of like every version of a game, so you don't have that option. In terms of kind of like how they'll release, I'm going to imagine more so with 7 than the other two, but it's probably going to be the gold edition that releases. Nothing crazy with the releases of Resident Evil 2 or 3. I'd imagine you'll probably get a lot of like the bonus stuff, like the costumes and stuff like that. In terms of Resident Evil Resistance with the Resident Evil 3, I'm not sure if that's getting an upgrade or not, or if it's even like bundled in with the next gen version. I know there's been some issues with that, especially lately on PlayStation, because they added Resident Evil 3 to the PlayStation Plus extra tier subscription, but you can't download Resistance with it apparently, from what I've heard. I'm not sure if that's the case because I have that game anyway, but if anyone does know if that's definitely a thing that happened, do let me know. But yeah, with Resident Evil 7, I'd imagine it'll be the gold edition, so you'll get both of the banned footages, DLC packs, which obviously have Ethan Must Die, 21, Nightmare, Bedroom, Daughters, and Jack's Birthday. I think that's all of them, as well as the Not Hero DLC, which is the Chris story DLC, and the End of Zoe DLC, which is like it's an epilogue to the game, which kind of goes over what happened to Zoe after she got kind of infected, and kind of gives her story a bit of an ending. So that's pretty cool, and if that is what these new next-gen physical versions include, they're definitely worth it. I think a lot of the time what they do with gold editions is they don't put them like at like high premium prices. Usually you'll pay like the default for a standard base game and get all the DLC with it. I think Resident Evil 4 does that now. The remake has a gold edition, and I think it's just like normal price, not anything higher, so that's pretty good. But yeah, I thought I'd jump in, make a video, let you all know that this is something that is coming. If anyone obviously does have interest in picking up the games, do let me know if you are planning on buying them. I probably might at some point. I don't think I'll get them straight away because I do own the games, but it would be nice to have them as physical copies at some point. But yeah, that's all for now. Again, whenever there's news, I'll try and post about it as soon as possible. But with this, again, it has just been circulated on news sources, so until they come out and say it, just kind of don't take it as a fact. But with people reporting on it and giving like an actual release date, I think it is probably happening, especially considering it's like, what, we're in like April now, so it's only like 3 months away. So well, it'll be cool to see if it does happen or not. But as always, let me know your thoughts on it. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe for more Resident Evil content and Resident Evil news, and I'll catch you in the next one.